everybody talks about cultural immersion, and we've scratched the surface on it. But if I was a client coming to you and I wanted to go, somewhere where you guys recommend, and I said, but I want to be culturally immersed, what does that actually look like beyond a buzzword?
We all love our buzzwords, don't we? The cultural immersion to me it's all related, right? Instead of standing in line and taking that picture, go to the local pub and talk to the people. I always say, go everywhere, see everything, and meet everyone. So cultural immersion to me starts with the people, the locals, embracing whatever's new to you. I remember the first time you had to deal with currency conversion, right? It seems you're like, oh my gosh, somebody's new money. Well, I don't know how to do this. And then when you take the time and you're like, oh, I now know how to become familiar in living like a local. And that may take more than a week to do, but it all starts with connecting with the people and embracing their ways, eating their food, trying the local drink, right? Listening to the local music. The one time I landed in Moscow, Russia, got in the taxi and the Backstreet Boys were playing. I'm like, this is not cultural immersion. Like, give me some Russian music. And little did I know the rest of the time was very immersed. But I think that's where it all starts with the people. You have to, when we plan trips for people, it's not about just taking you in the city center hotel with other Americans, which is why we don't do bus tours either. It's about trying to get to you to unique places that allow you and give you the access to those more authentic experiences. And you're a changed person when you sit in the pub for an hour to 10 hours with the locals and you end up learning the story, hearing the stories, and pretty soon I think you come out with their accent and a new appreciation for how they live.
Yeah, that's a great point. I have like a mini rule of thumb where if I'm in Europe or South America or anywhere and I'm like, I start to maybe sit down at a restaurant and I hear Americans, I'm like, just going to keep looking. Nothing against Americans, but it's like, oh, I'm here. I want to like sit around Italians where I know this is like a local place and hear their language. And, again, cultural immersion.
For sure. And we get a bad rap for a reason as American travelers. And I think everybody can recognize that. When you're traveling and you go, oh, that's a group of Americans, yourself as an American traveler, you go, yeah, all right, maybe there's something to that stereotype.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, what I love about what you're talking about, Brian, is that to me, it sounds very emotionally luxurious. Like luxury, the definition, as you're saying, is so different for so many people. And I love the idea that luxury isn't just about what you spend on something or what you're splurging on. That feels like you can't put money on connecting with locals. And it doesn't cost you any money. It's an investment of time. And I think that's a beautiful luxury that you do give yourself when you go on vacation and getting to know people. But though we love traveling on a budget, there are some things that we encourage people to splurge on. So I would say maybe one or two things that you're like, okay, you do have to splurge on this no matter what. What would you say?
Great question, because I think my answer would changes every year, right? Right now, I do think it's worth it to splurge on a 5-star unique experience like a 5-star castle hotel in Ireland or a 5-star villa in Italy or France. I think it's worth every penny, because when's the next time you're going to have the chance to stay in one of the most exclusive places in the world and kind of just take it all in and go, you might question, why am I here? What am I doing? And then you go, this was the most incredible experience I've had. So there's a lot of 5-star hotels that you can go to and spend way too much money on just having a bigger room. But you have to have that, the full property has to offer something really exceptional. And I think everybody should do that.
Now that's cultural immersion, okay? Because I spend like hours online looking at the rooms in hotels. And if it looks modern, I'm like, out. Like this looks like old Italy or, I've stayed in a castle in Ireland, which I will tell you, that was the best place we stayed the entire trip. And you just can't beat it. It's just, you feel like you're in history.
Exactly. And it's just an authentic feeling and it's something that you're not going to get anywhere else. So I think anything that you know that you can't replicate is worth spending the money on.
Certainly.
Hey, it's your travel brat, Nat. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast on your preferred listening platform. We also love reviews, so feel free to leave us a Google review or a review wherever you listen.